Welcome back to The Vocalist. Today, I am finally hearing the voice of Mike Patton. So we are going to watch Faith No More perform Midlife Crisis live on Jay Leno. Here we go. I was not ready for that. He just came right out the gate with those harsh vocals. In my mind, not being, an expert with harsh vocals, I really feel like we're getting three distinct voicings in this particular piece. That really gravelly, harsh vocal at the beginning, gorgeous singing voice, and then something that's a little bit more reminiscent of like a scream to me. So yeah, I just need to go back to the beginning to process everything. Here we go. Now that sounds to me like a lot of false chord engagement. I could be wrong. Again, I say this every time. I play around with harsh vocals, but I still just don't. It's not consistent. I don't have a consistent harsh vocal that wants to come out of my body. So in the meantime, I try and associate the sounds that I'm hearing with, the sensations I'm feeling whenever I try to do it myself. So what I'm hearing makes me think there's a lot of false chord engagement here. It just is so far back, and feels very hollow, but also like very round. There's a lot of depth in it as well, in the overall tone that we're hearing. Yeah, I'm smiling because I know what's to come. Like the fact that he made that transition so quickly and so effortlessly into that gorgeous tone is just amazing to me. It's such a great, rock voice. It's got a lot of bite to it, a good amount of forward placement, but it still feels very like there's a lot of space, like open pharyngeal space, oral cavity space. there are moments like in the consonants where you can almost hear the pressure of all of that air be released. Let me see if I can find that again. Family, like he just allows that pressure to build up and then poof, lets it out. This, oh my gosh, this sounds like it's sitting higher than that first harsh vocal. Like it's got more, I'm going to use all the wrong words, I get that, but it's got more of like this hiss to it. Like almost like the root of his tongue is sitting higher in his mouth, a little closer to perhaps his soft palate. And then that instant switch. So that's why I think that was the other reason I was wondering if this second harsh vocal was more like true chord engagement, more of like a scream because of that sudden shift into his singing. I am so blown away at how clear that tone is when he starts singing. And I think that's what makes this so exciting and shocking is we get so much texture and then like none at all so suddenly. Voice. Oh my gosh, the power this man has. Also, the theme before that, like, I just need to not be embarrassed when I try and replicate weird sounds, but I don't know what would come out of my mouth if I, like that, da, 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 like that was really cool. Let me go back to his. Actually, I want to get that theme that I liked. That bite, oh, it's so good. And I love that we're getting a lot of these wide vowels. See that? Did you see how he just relaxed everything? my goodness. There's this tiny widening at the onset of the note, and then you can see the sides of his cheeks relax. Oh my goodness. Can we just watch his face like come out of that? The intensity with which he just was still in that performance, and then he slowly, oh my goodness, I love seeing that. Again, I can't really speak to the harsh vocals, but the singing that he did, he really incorporates a lot of good technical things with, widening of the palate, and then also the moments when he needed to release the jaw and relax for some of those higher notes. His breath control was insane. And I imagine, I saw when looking up Mike Patton, I saw some more recent recordings. I'm theorizing that he's probably maintained a lot of his vocal authenticity throughout his career, because he just does so many things. He didn't just do screaming. He didn't just do harsh vocals. He didn't just do really loud projected singing. The variety alone makes me think he's held on to so much of that good tone and that ability in all of those vocal productions, not just singing alone. This was probably the most frequent recommendation I got in regards to Mike Patton, but I am so curious to hear more, whether it be something more recent or something, back in the 90s. I'm so amazed when these artists can do so much with their voice, and also the live performance, like the quality of this live performance. I think sometimes with this much energy, with this much intensity, it's very easy for things to sort of either fall apart or get a little fuzzy, maybe a little messy, and it was just so precise. His vocals were spot on throughout, and yet he maintained that energy, which was just really cool to see. So I'll take any and all recommendations. But yes, that is it for today. Thank you guys so much for this recommendation and for watching with me, and hopefully I will see you next time.